everybody, we're going to do Study Island Lesson 2C, Compute with Rational Numbers. And our first problem here says simplify the following expression. And if you are in my class, you know that if the signs are different, like this is a negative and this is a positive number, then that means we have to subtract. 15 minus 9 equals 6. And then our answer always takes the sign of what we have more of. We've got a lot more positives in this problem than we do negatives. So this will be a positive 6. So my answer is D. Okay, so we've got this problem. Remember last time signs were different. This time, the signs are the same. So you may want to make a note of this. When signs are different, we subtract. I'm going to put equals a subtraction sign. When they are the same, that equals a plus sign. We have to add. Signs are the same, so we are going to add. So 27 plus 13 equals 40. And then remember, my answer takes the sign of what I have more of in the problem. I've got a lot more negatives in the problem than I do positives. So my answer is negative 40. And that answer is C. Now, if you like to solve these on a number line, you can draw your number line and you can put negative 27 on it. Of course, you'd have to put the other lines too. And then subtract 13, so we would have had to move to the left 13 more spaces. And so then you would have arrived at the same answer down here at negative 40. Sometimes that takes a long time. So what I'm teaching is the rules. So these are the rules for adding and subtracting. Okay, so we get to this problem and it gives us a little bit of an issue. And the issue is we don't know if the signs are the same because I've got two signs here. And I know Mr. Lewis used the shoe rule in one of the other videos he did. And this would be the shoe rule here. This kid is wearing two different shoes because we have a positive and a negative sign. He's wearing two different shoes, and his mom will look at him and say, "Oh my gosh, what are you doing wearing two different shoes? That is so silly." And so then that gives us a negative comment. We got a negative comment from our mom for wearing two different shoes. So now our problem looks like this. Negative 20 minus 18. Now my signs are the same, just like last problem. When signs are the same, we have to add. So 20 plus 18 equals 38. Then we take the sign of what we have more of in the problem. We've got a lot more negatives in this problem than we do positives, and so my answer remains negative 38. Okay. Simplify the following expression, it says. And whenever we simplify fractions, or basically they want us to solve this, the first thing I do is write my fractions vertically. We don't want to leave it like it was, because then it's hard for us to find a common denominator. So this fraction's denominator is 60. I can easily make this have a common denominator by multiplying by 15. And remember, whatever you do to the bottom, we have to do to the top. Multiply that by 15 as well. And common denominator, I keep my 60 as the common denominator. And then all I do is add my numerators. So my numerator is now 15 and it's still 11. And so that would give me 26. Now, if I look over here at the answer options, I can see 26 over 60 is not an option there. But we did not make an error. We need to simplify. So I'm going to I'm going to divide by 2. Whenever my numerator and denominator are both even, I know I can at least divide by 2. So 26 divided by 2 gives me 13, and 60 divided by 2 gives me 30. And so my answer is 13 over 30. All right. Here's another problem, 29 over 30 minus 1/2. Same deal as last problem. I like to write my fractions straight up and down because then it's easier for me to find a common denominator. So the top fractions denominator is 30, so I'm going to make my bottom fractions denominator is 30. So I can multiply by 15, and I get the 30. 1 times 15 is 15. Now I just keep my denominator and subtract my numerator. So 29 minus 15 gives me 14. Once again, we don't see our answer option here. None of these answers say 14 over 30, but I can very easily divide the top number or the numerator by 2 and my denominator by 2, and I get 7 over 15. There we go. Okay. Now, if you're given a problem like this, this is so easy. You're going to love it. It is straight up multiplying, pretty much like you started doing in about 3rd grade. I get to multiply straight across. 1 times 3 is 3. 3 times 5 is 15. But 3 over 15 is not an answer option here. Whenever you finish multiplying, you always got to see, can you simplify? And I can. 3 will go into both the numerator and the denominator. So 3 divided by 3 makes 1. And 15 divided by 3 makes 5. So that is my answer there, 1 over 5. Now, some people may say, well, Miss Lewis, why didn't you simplify from the very beginning? And we can cross simplify. You can see that the opposites here, 3 and 3, the numerator up there and the denominator down here, we can simplify that because 3 goes into 3 one time, 3 goes into 3 one time, and then I would have multiplied straight across and got 1/5 to begin with. And you can do it either way. Either way would be fine. Okay, so this problem requires us to keep, change, flip. I'm going to keep my first fraction, change my sign to multiplication, and flip my second fraction. So this time I'm going to cross simplify. Here I can see that 20 goes into both my crossing numbers here. So 20 goes into 100 5 times, and 20 goes into 20 1 time. So now my answer, I can multiply straight across. 7 times 1 makes 7. 5 times the 11 over here makes 55, and 7 over 55 is our answer there. We cannot simplify it anymore because that 7 is a prime number.